just heard something that came from. Yeah, it just came from. Like I had no idea. I had no idea.
Hey, Shalom, Michael. First and foremost, we like to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Kakadash.
We'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. We'd like to say shalom to the elect that teach the word in all true faith and sincerity. And what else could we do but to report to you the intents and purposes of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. You know, the Lord, He's making His presence known in the planet Earth by these events unfolding. But they has always been recorded in the scriptures. Matter of fact, give me Jeremiah 30 and verse 24. And somebody also get Psalms 33 and start at like verse 9.
This is the book of Jeremiah 30 and verse 24. It says, the fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until He have done it.
So it says the fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until He have done it. And the fierce anger of the Lord is going to be on display in its perfection by the way of World War III. See, World War III is a biblical thing. It's just not something that came on the fly. This is the intents and purposes of the Lord, and that's why there's a thing called World War III. You got a thing called nuclear missiles. That's why Iran was attacked, and they retaliated. But this is all the build up really to the end of America.
That's it.
Because that's going to be the results of World War III. America's going to be totally destroyed.
That's it.
Read that again, brother.
It says, the fierce anger, in Jeremiah 30 and 24, the fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until He have done it, and until He have performed the intents of His heart.
And the intents of His heart ultimately is for America to be destroyed. For Babylon the Great to be totally destroyed. And it says for His intents and purpose to be done, because the Lord said His fierce anger. So the Lord is going to use that fire to appease His wrath, man. When you go into Sirach, the 39th chapter, it talks about those spirits created for vengeance. And one of those spirits was fire to appease the wrath of the Lord. Because the Lord, He hot concerning this place of America. So that's why we seeing this place about to be summed up. You got it.
It says, in the latter days, ye shall consider.
It says, in the latter days, ye shall consider. Can you get that word consider? And that shows you as well that wasn't, this is really the Bible days. The latter days is really the Bible days. That shows you this when Jeremiah wrote this, when this was scribed, you know, it wasn't meant for just that moment in time. No, it was concerning this moment. Right here, you got it.
Going to that word, teach. It says,
teach. So that word consider, they say it goes back to teach. So the idea, the teachings of the Lord, His fierce anger being on display is here today. That's why you have a thing called war and a world war, or World War III. Because those were intense. This was the thing that was going to wrap this place up. And now you see these events unfold, and it's not like it's going to go back. You know, no, this talks about the Lord, word is not going to return until Him forth.
Even after the pandemic, it was a whole new term called what? The new normal. Showing you that this place have gone, it's too far gone, man. It's not going to be no point where this place is going to have to do rehab and come back to its glorious state. No. America is only going to be in a degenerate state until the end.
That's right.
You know, it's decaying.
Right. You got that.
Yes, if I may add, like you said, it's not going to turn back. This is Jeremiah 51 and 29. I read the NLT. It says, the earth trembles and writhes in pain. For everything the Lord has planned against Babylon stands unchanged.
See, the thing that the Lord has planned against Babylon, it stands unchanged. See, the Lord ain't finna turn back. You can't put a duffel bag on the table. Nothing you can do is gonna sway the Lord off His purpose.
Is it?
You know, matter of fact, you got Psalm 33. Get that Psalm 33 and I think it's 9. 10. Start 10, what 9 is?
Yeah. The book of Psalms, chapter 33 and verse 9, where He spake and it was done. He commanded and it stood fast.
So you can't do that. Once He said, that's it. You ain't gonna be able to somehow write a law up, countering what Yahweh Shema Shah said. You got it, bro.
It says, Yahweh, Bahashim Shah, bring up the counsel of the heathen to know. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect.
So yeah, it don't matter your devices, your intents and purposes, because ultimately once the Lord words, everything else gotta fall back, man. It talks about this. It says the same thing in Proverbs 19 chapter. There are many devices of the man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that's gonna stand. So you drawing up a plate, the Lord said, no, that ain't gonna play out like that.
His words will not return to him void.
Right.
You saying that's bullshit.
That's it.
He said it's cash money. You can bank on it. You can bank the whole.
Right.
That the whole.
Yeah, cause these niggas planning a damn a trip. You know, nigga got a cruise in August. It's already bought. But the famine is possibly, or willing, is gonna interrupt that. So, despite what your plans and intents is, it's all about what Yahweh Shema Shah says.
Just to add, because we, me personally, I know particular brothers had to send up particular prayers for the situation that happened in Mexico this past week, man. You know, they killed one of the cartel leaders. Brothers actually had to, hey, brothers, did y'all send up prayers or whatever for my family members that are trapped here? Some brothers got wives, children, mothers, stepmothers that are appreciative of the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah, in which brothers had to send up prayers for them. Why? Because these judgments are being played out upon the earth that, hey, the righteous shall actually be affected to a point that you're gonna have to send a prayer for Jake to be able to move with a get out of jail free card, for a lack of better words. They're gonna move with the amnesty. Yeah.
They're going to move with the fear of the Lord.
Yeah, come.
Just like Noah, when it says Noah move with fear, actually led way into the saving of his household, man. And again, that's why we send up prayers to the people of the Lord.
Yeah, because Jake, those family members would think that was coincidental for, it's just a good happening, but no, that came through. The reason they're back in on American soil is by way of the men of the Lord sending up prayers on another beloved's behalf, on the quarters to them. That's where you get it. That's where you get the 1/3, man.
I got some real quick. Just going back into us speaking the will of the Lord, will the Lord get done. 2 Kings 15:1, it says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Yep, and so this show you this come from up top. That saying ain't for nothing. That's a literal saying because it comes from the heavens, man. But it talks about that's what in Jeremiah, the 1st chapter. The Lord said he'll put his words in our mouth. And that the scripture said where the word of a king is, there is power. So the things that we're speaking is not a suggestion. We're not shooting from the hip. It's not hills. No, this is really a commandment from Yahweh Shem Shah. That's why we say, thus saith the Lord. Or as the brother just said, 2 Kings 15:1. That's the same as saying, thus saith the Lord.
It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
See, and it's going to stand, man. And the Lord, he's that faithful people. And that show you as well that you're going to have resistance. Motherfuckers ain't going to believe the report, but they're going to soon find out that they didn't believe that they was really in it, because somebody got to suffer through the famine. Somebody got to go through the captivity and die from the teeth of wild beasts.
Psalms 33:11. The counsel of Yahweh, Bahashim Shah, standeth forever. The thoughts of his heart to all generations.
So the counsel of the Lord standing forever, man. So this, and now we saying it, now we really in the perfection of the Bible that you finna see the counsel of the Lord play out, Go on, get to that, bro.
Yep, real quick, if I may back you up, this Numbers 23, NLT, if I may. It says, Yahweh Shem Shah is not a man, so he does not lie. He is not human, so he does not change his mind.
And because that show you too, it's bound by the earthly realm, because let's just say you really wanted to make some shape. You promised that you was gonna get there But somehow, a scenario, you know, anything, that's so you damn, you know, that's why, you know, you would just say Lord willing, man. You know, but the Lord, he say, yeah, this is gonna happen because he's, you know, he's the most high.
Because the brother said too, it's like, yo, you can make a plan. It's like, yo, I'm gonna do this, and you can say it with 100%, but then the Lord send a situation or a happening. That the fact that you even gotta equate that a happening may come about. That shows you in the power,
It
bro.
made me think about when Solomon he trapped the guy. He told him that he couldn't pass the river. If he do, he'll die. And the Lord set up at the servants. He had to go chase after him. So just so you, man, we bound by the mercy of the Lord. You just gotta hope. You bound by hope. Just hope the Lord keep us, man.
The Lord is in control
You know,
of this, man.
but just going back to say the word of the Lord, he's gonna say something. Like he's gonna renege on it, man. You got it, bro. Read that again from the top.
It's Numbers 23. It's like in verse 19, NLT. It says, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not a man, so he does not lie. He is not human, so he does not change his mind. Has he ever spoken and failed to act? Has he ever promised and not carried it through?
See? Then that's a question mark because it never happened, man. Lord let you know that everything he says is gonna happen, like literally speaking it into existence. That's how God should all shine. It plays out. That's why I talk about Mr. Samuel. Lord let none of his words fall to the ground because the Lord was with him. He gave him those words to speak. You know? You got it out.
God, I got two. Lamentations 3 and 37 in NLT. It says, who can command things to happen without the Lord's permission?
See? That's it. Without his permission, without his say-so. It talks about a leaf. A sparrow shall not fall without the green light of the Lord, man. So guess what? That shows you the Lord, he green lighted the destruction of America. As much as this procedure, this place to be a 45 undefeated place, the Lord gave the green light for America to be destroyed. It talks about that, we say that in Jeremiah, the Lord helped pronounce evil against his city. So this is what you seeing on display, man. You got it out.
Yeah, Con. Second precept, Ecclesiastes 8 and 5.
So I can read that other one again. First, like, we said, was it NLT?
You got some real quick behind me. You got it. That's a beautiful one. You got it. I got it right there.
It's like, yep. Lamentations 3 and 37 NLT. It says, who can command things to happen without the Lord's permission?
See, who can command things to happen without the Lord's permission? So we commanded the destruction of America. Why? Because the Lord permitted it, man. He commanded that for his men to come out and to proclaim the downfall of America, which is Babylon, the great in the scriptures. And even the scenario how it will play out, we commanded the nations to turn on the horde because that's what the scriptures say. And you know, the scriptures say to all ye that bend the bow shoot at her. That's a commandment, man.
That's it. God.
You know? So, but the Lord using us to proclaim that and to speak it in existence. That's why you seeing the Babylon, the tiny talks, they you know, they really burning bridges and shit. Because it's setting up this final scene. You good?
Okay, you good.
That was it on that. Oh yeah, that's the
I can real quick, just to back you up. Matthew 6 and verse 10, it says, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
That's it. So that commandment from the heavens is trickled down to the earth, man. So the Lord, his will is going to play out, man. No matter what you going, whatever, you know what I mean? You can't say nothing after this.
Yeah.
You got your precept. Oh, that was it on that?
I got one more. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 8 and 5 said, whoso shall feel no evil thing. And a wise man's heart is son of both time and judgment.
See, a wise man is son of both time and judgment. So us having really the true wills of that true light, the testimony of our shot, we know that we're at the end. We have a certain spirit on us. We're anticipating this place to go down. We're anticipating the power to go out for the water to stop running, for the food shortages, and really people losing. You know, because the Lord gave us this not as wisdom and understanding. And the report entails that this place is going down. But you got it out.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 55,
Just
verse
start
10.
down like this.
It says, for as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven,
That's it. You had that too. All right,
and
let's
returning not
finish.
thither,
We can get that one too.
but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud.
And that's what this word do. Now it actually causes things to grow. As we continue to talk about World War III, it's getting more intense. To the point now, Iran has been attacked. Them niggas retaliated. More missiles. You got the what was the Poseidon. And you hearing about these different missiles and these strategic. It's getting more intense as fucking it was to perfection. That apple it might be a little green and shit. Then you starting to see it getting a little redder. It's coming to its perfection, man.
And if I may, even they say even it gets so right. Instead of you plug it, it just fall off the tree.
You can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
You can't keep it up there.
Yeah.
Because the United States is showing like it's the apple. This is the place, the target for destruction and the Lord's indignation. Because a buzzword that Esau likes to use is preemptive, man. He said a United States preemptive strike. United States is trying to get Israel to shoot missiles, but Israel ain't. I think Israel just done it like 3-4 hours ago. But the United States shot another one just 3-4 hours ago. But the United States shot the first one, and it was what preemptive, which going into that word, which means I'm doing this to deter or to discourage any further actions that
And that's
these dudes
it.
make.
How you gonna shoot the block up to expect the nigga to shoot your shit up?
Don't shoot me back.
You doing that? You doing that shit in the name of peace? Yeah. Let's say, man, the sword, this nigga and his results. It gotta be World War III. He console you by cutting you open. That's how he fix you. He gotta cut you open. So that show you, man, this nigga he try to keep peace by you. Like I said, the preemptive strikes to, like I said, to deter me. Nigga, that's gonna make me even more hot. Now I'm finna fight dirty now.
It's like, I thought we keeping the rules.
You trying to keep peace, you scared underhand shit. Read that again, bro.
Yeah, this Isaiah 55 and 10. It says, for as the rain coming down and the snow from heaven, and returning not thither, but water with the earth, and make it to bring forth and bud.
And that's what this word do, is water the earth and make it bring forth and bud. It causes events to happen in the earth. By us speaking into existence, and then we narrate it. You know? You got it?
And that it may give seed to the soil and bread to the eater.
Right, that's why as these things happen, we're being satisfied because we understand the movie. We can, as I say, after the destruction of the kingdom, people don't have that. They ain't got that on the table for them. Yeah, that luxury, the water. Because the nigga, this is the only thing they know. And let's just say, nigga, think about something after America. They use the same template. You using a dollar bill, niggas still got stoplights and shit. So that shit, everything gotta be destroyed, man.
And it says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent.
See, so it said it's not gonna return void, man. The Lord ain't finna do something halfway. He gotta come back and he gotta spin the block again. That's not gonna be the case. That's why when the angel said he poured out the 7 vials, it is done. It's finished. He ain't had to come back and pull. It was a corner left. We got to pull the rest on Seattle. No, man, this shit over with. It's over. Because the Lord said it. He said, you got to double back. It would have happened, but no, he said, this is it. You know? That's why you got all these missiles on the earth. You know? That was it. I think
Book of Job, chapter 23, start at verse 11, going to 13. In the NLT, it says, for I have stayed on the Heavenly Father's path. I have followed his ways and not turned aside. I have not departed from his commands, but have treasured his words more than daily bread. But once he has,
a part of treasuring his words is treasuring his doctrine. The true prophecy. And that's why we don't change it, man. You know, because something that's precious and it's valuable, you don't want to cut it, man. You know?
That's gonna devalue then. Once it's being touched, that's it.
I'm gonna add to that you stand on in line with the doctrine, into that commandments and feel everything, that you abide with the testimony of how you know.
It's
It's like
heavy.
to be preserved. It's
No, no, it's like you got. I know because what the scripture say he has stayed on the path of the Lord. He said continuing, you know. You got it.
it says, but once he has made his decision, who can change his mind? Whatever he wants to do, he does.
So, hey, matter of fact, you got that, yeah.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and verse 2. It says, my doctrine shall drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as the dew. As the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass.
So that's what he's trying to do. Bro, jump down to 39 off the shot.
Jump down. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 39. And it says, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
So that's pretty much basically what I just read. Is who can change his mind? He's gonna do whatever he wants. He want to kill. He want to restore. You know, he wants you to bug out. He drawing up plays that's bringing negative yards.
Yeah.
Everything Esau doing, he really damaging himself, man. As this nigga trying to bring for that greater than Tiny Tots project, that nigga burning bricks with his allies doing that shit.
And he can't stop from being the devil.
Right.
He's really going sitting up Esau to beat Esau.
That's it.
I got some real quick. This Proverbs 16 and 1. The preparations of the heart in man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. So again, so the Lord, he ain't sitting up an Edomite to play the role of an Edomite, man. There's just certain characteristics that these devil deal with. Number one, we know that they're deceitful. And another thing, these niggas love war, man. One thing that Esau love is bloodshed. He do it for fucking sport. You know, and you can see that his this bloodthirsty man is getting more thirsty as we getting closer to the end, man. That's why he always want to shoot missiles on people and go to wars, man. You know?
Put that in on that, Zaki. Put that on that. You had something. You good? All right, you got it.
God, the book of Sirach, Ecclesiastes 38:15. He that sinneth before his maker, and let him fall into the hand of the physician. Yeah, this is Esau pretty much falling into the trap of the Yahweh shot. It speaks about how the destroyer should come upon him. You know what I'm saying? Prosperity. So yeah, Esau doesn't know that he set himself up for the Yahweh shot to initiate the missile to be shot at him. That's right. That's what's being set up with Iran. You know, they're getting into it with Iran. Israel getting into it. Both these nations are going to be destroyed. They don't even fucking know it, man.
Hey, somebody get Proverbs, what is it, 20, 24, 24, and 20?
If I may, if the brother read that back one more time, just to add a point.
God, Sirach 38:15. He that sinned before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician.
Yeah, that when did you get that? When was the phrase coined, God bless America? That was doing what? That was doing the bombing of the Twin Towers. That shows you then that the Lord ain't with these people. Why else are you asking the Lord to bless this nation, man? It clearly showed that hey, the spirit of prophecy was against this place, man. So why pray for America when it's clearly these guys have not hasn't stood for anything when it in regards towards keeping up the laws and statutes and commandments of the Bible.
Yeah.
They made abortion okay. They made they're trying to make pedophilia okay, and then they made homosexuality a law. Yeah, it's okay.
They telling you it's okay.
But you know they're trying to make that the new norm.
It's gonna be okay openly.
Yeah.
A nigga can, cause you already had these terms such as map,
Yeah, see.
fucking.
Mind only attractive.
Yeah, you are attracted to minors prepubescent. And it's a term now. You ain't just a pedo. You can get locked up for saying that too. You call him a map. Just like how a nigga say he heard. You get locked up, you gotta call him a they. This shit, it gotta be destroyed, man. This is a sick fucking place. Select it. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, this is number 35 in verse 19. It says the revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer when he meeteth him.
And the murderer. That's Cain, man.
That's it.
He was a murderer from the beginning. What was his blessing? The sword. When the nigga got hot over the birthright, he said the only way to console himself was to kill Jacob. It only goes back to the so-called white man Esau. He's the murderer. And that's why we know that there's a just power, man. The Lord is uprooting this nigga, man. You got it, right?
It says the revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer. When he meeteth him, he shall slay him.
See? And it's gonna be with the missiles. That sound like that sword getting wet. You know what I mean? Because that's what the Lord doing. He wetting that sword. That's why you got the Poseidon. That's why you got hypersonic missiles. You got all these damn drones and shit. You got all these type of weapons to contribute to the uprooting of America. Even the chariots. We at the point, we know we at the end of the world. It's the norm. You know, these people just going by their regular day and the Pentagon telling you it's aliens without telling you it's aliens in a sense.
Casual.
It's the angels. We know it's the angels, but it's the fucking Pentagon telling you it's aliens out there. And them niggas gave you footage. But niggas going, they worry about it, see who gonna make the playoffs this year, or whatever the case may be, man. 50 Cent, that shit. Niggas making diss records and they tied up and Iran just, you know, that shit happened today. Because we think the nigga worry about that. They trying to see who the next what the next diss track is gonna say with the 50 Cent shit. Yeah, who finna is LeBron gonna retire? That stupid shit, man. I'm tired of this play. This shit that's why you know it's great to be vexed. Cause it constantly reminds you, man, that we're this is not our rest. And you vexed, I mean, if you not vexed, you know, there's something wrong. Now I'm not saying you 24/7 jacked up, but it's healthy to be vexed, especially in this lifetime, man, because all this wickedness, man, this shit is fucking cesspool. But
when the Epstein files came out, that shit would draw them niggas to want to really like burn the cities down. But them your fucking politicians and shit,
right,
man.
Yeah, niggas went so hard on Vic.
Yeah.
Fucking dogs, R. Kelly and shit. And R. Kelly, they all, even with that shit, they all consented with R. Kelly.
Right.
But still had to dig some more shit up, the Diddy shit. Yet the niggas who signed the laws, the legislations, the niggas that had to go send these motherfuckers to wars, they determine the prices and shit.
God.
You just turned the other way.
I think Bill Gates just been a huge part of the Epstein files.
See?
You know, but you don't see that happen to this nigga, but they're surprised a lot of white.
Somebody get on Ephesians the 5th chapter real quick. It's a sick nigga. And right now you see that he was like, plus they niggas, man, that's a stain of black. But what these niggas do, man, and somebody also get on Wisdom Solomon the 2nd chapter. You got that Ephesians 5 and 11 covered. You got it well.
Book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 11. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness.
Yeah, because it's unproven because the results is death. It's nothing that's going to, it's prosperity, it's, you know, that comes from this devil. On all levels, even with this man, his technology,
God.
you got to deal with radiation or fucking, it's always some type of side effect with this nigga. So ain't nothing prosperous about this guy.
Recall.
But even you got to recall. But then you got to throw all that away.
Death.
But even the nastiness of this nigga, you got to.
But rather reprove them. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
So that's why a lot of that shit was redacted. Them niggas, they still embarrassed because they put it out now. You going to like Canaanites, they did that times 10, man. Them niggas are outside the ancient Canaanites. That's why I even talks about how Sodom and Gomorrah was just an example. You get a taste test, you just getting something on a toothpick versus the full thing. You getting the whole thing, you getting a 30-piece now. That's what this is. It's just overwhelming national wickedness, man.
That shit.
Some was that on that was it on that? Who got that with Solomon 2? It talks about they Book of Solomon, the second chapter. It said they are clean, contrary.
Okay, this is Book of Solomon, chapter 2. Okay. And I'm gonna start at verse and that's like we start at verse 13.
Matter of fact, man. Wow.
13. I'm start 13. Yeah,
Hold on. Start at 10, bro.
Yeah, because this is Book of Solomon 2 and 10. It says, let us oppress the poor and righteous man.
Yeah, it's oppress the poor and righteous man. See, that's a certain spirit that's on the planet Earth that's only the elect possess, man. You know, that's who this devil come out to, man. That's who those are the ones that's really vexed. That are because Jake don't think they're oppressed. Nigga really think he's free because he can clock in and out. Nigga, if he wanna quit, he'll quit his job. You know what I mean? That's freedom to these niggas, man.
It says, let us not spare the widow.
But you gotta still rent, dude.
Yeah.
You got.
It says, let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient great heirs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice.
And that's what they do. They lean on their laws. It talks about that in Psalm 12 chapter, I believe. It says, with our tongue, we shall prevail. That's how these niggas get down. Right. That's it. Nigga have a legislation with something on the books, executive order to justify them coming to your house, seizing your goods, just pulling you over. Whatever the case may be.
So like, let our law be the law of justice.
That's it. That's it. That's what it is. Read that again, bro.
God, this was from Solomon 2 in verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
So just for this nigga, he did on his law, his legislation. That's why in this society, it's okay to be a freak. It's okay. And you will get locked up if you critique this guy. You know? You got it, huh?
It says, therefore let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
See? And this is a sign of it. We calling y'all on your nastiness and your wickedness. You off. You have built this and ain't nothing up to code. This nigga read everything really, the whole house gotta go down. Because ain't nothing up to code, man. The house is condemned. Nigga put the wrong shit up, the wrong wood in the wall. Everything. Nigga, heat trap flipped the other way. It's just everything off.
Damn.
The wiring system, that's why the power won't go out. Everything is jacked up. And they even said that even concerning their power grid, it's not up to code. Because of that AI shit, it takes so much. Nigga gotta have so much water. That shit hurt more than it helped. That's why we are not for targets. Everybody fucking died. You stand behind the wheel. You got it.
Con. It says, therefore let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. He is clean contrary to our doings.
See, you know what I'm saying? A nigga could be doing nigga shit, which is bad, of course. But who created, who is the source of the nigga shit? A nigga that know about kilo, cocaine, or even know how to put that shit in the pot and turn that shit into crack. Jay don't got no mental capacity to going to chemistry and shit to make that shit lock up like that. That's some Edomite shit, man. You know, and these shows and these certain documentaries tell you, you know, the CIA and all these guys, they were behind the shit, man.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, Jake do wickedly, but he is the wicked, man. You got something real quick?
Proverbs 20:26. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
That's it. So he was trying to be wicked, and the Lord is trying up to be the righteous, man.
That's it.
He was already from the jump went astray. From when he was Cain, even when Esau, Isaac told him don't
Go to the Canaanite
go to the Canaan. The niggas went to the Canaanite women, man. So they just show you he talks about that as well in Psalms 50th chapter. Since thou hatest instruction, man. You did. Get grabbed that, Baba Shop.
Psalm 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, and that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
How dare you swear on the Bible, you know, associate yourself as being a Christian, man. Especially like these maggers. These niggas, man. Yeah, because they are put on that front, that Christian front to be perceived as pious. You know, because that brain, Joe Biden, that shit was, that added more nastiness, you know. On top of that Obama shit, he already had. Then when Biden came, now niggas was
Going for the kids.
they was going for the children. Niggas coming out, you know, with puppy masks. I mean, they went all the fuck in. So when Trump came, that was like a sense of relief. You want to be a Christian because you want to get that gay shit out of here. But come to find out, they fucking, they pedos.
And cannibals, man.
They just wanted to be in the closet with it. But the other side just want to be all open with it.
Don't want to keep it in the closet.
Right.
Don't want to walk out in broad daylight.
So that's why them niggas, you know, that Christian, they want to proceed as pious and they want to get back to the Lord. Even when nigga Chuck got put to death, that added to it. But he was a demon too. You got it out.
It says, seeing thou hatest instruction and casting my words behind.
So the nigga was sworn the Bible, but then write you up for
Yeah, being
you getting rolled up.
10-minute late.
Fuck him, man. This is a sick place. This is as a Pastor Charles going to the bizarro world. Because everything the opposite, like literally, up and down.
Idiocracy.
Bad is good. Oh, that's the script. I just watched it.
Idiocracy.
Nigga, using Gatorade to plant the water. That's what they doing in the system. Monsanto and shit.
Yep.
Make it like so.
I'm gonna add on to your point too, bro. Because like just deal with Esau, as the scripture went into, you know, when you train up a child in the way in which he should go when he's old, he should not depart from it. That's how people in that shit. They have taken on the curse of Esau, so-called white man. Some parents and so on these. You know what I'm saying? That's them from their root. It's taught from the top on down to the bottom.
If I may, that's why Jake can't see a word without Esau. That's the only thing they seen their whole life, man. You know?
That's why, as I mentioned, a nigga come up with the black dog. He can see himself taking over Eden, but he's still got to use the same temple.
Yeah.
You own the transit system now. Instead of just scrapping this whole shit, you got, instead of George White, you got Tupac Avenue.
Yeah.
It don't work. That shit gonna be destroyed too.
Yeah.
You had a precept.
Oh,
Go
hey,
back to
spirit.
Con, you go back to that song speaking again. Oh yeah, 16.
Psalm 50:16. But unto the wicked, the Most High saith, hey, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
Yep, because that's what this nigga done. He has associated himself to the Bible, man. Even, you got, they said the tiny tots. This nigga said that he the people, man. He even in the land and saying they the Edomites and shit like that. How dare you? And you came up with kosher pork. That term. Because ain't nothing kosher about it. But the nigga somehow said it's kosher.
That's like saying the toilet seat.
Yeah. Gotta go drink out of the toilet bowl. I don't care if it just came out the stove. You still wouldn't do that.
Yeah, because you know the purpose of it. You know the purpose of
Right.
what it's intended for.
And that's it. The scriptures talk about that too. The Lord, out of that lump, he had created that same plate, one for clean use and the other for contrary. So Jacob is that God that you drink the yayan out of, and he is that toilet bowl. You know? But you got it, bro.
Verse 17, it says, "Seeing thou hatest instruction."
Yeah, he hate instruction. Because you can't condemn L by LGBSYZ, especially when you have a platform. Nigga was, you know, a nigga say bundles of sticks. You know, you can't really say it, man, shit fucked up. You say bundles of sticks and you on a stream, you could potentially get cut, you could get demonetized. And it happened to a lot of streamers, niggas say, you know, faggot. And now that whole stream don't mean that nigga had $100,000 on the stream. They took it because he said faggot.
Yeah, he ain't gotta say. He gotta say fairy.
Yeah, anything that contribute to somebody getting offended.
Yeah, Momo.
That's why motherfucker got this PC culture, that politically
Correct. Yeah.
You know, ultimately, that PC culture actually eliminates you. You know, because you want everybody to be cool, you want everybody to get along, instead of basically pushing forth a certain standard, man.
That's that hating instruction. So like,
If I'm,
like I said, that hating instruction. You said politically correct. Just you know, just what they call that shit. Damn, what you call it? Not just deal with it in a sense, just deal with it.
that's the ostrich way to get around.
No, yeah,
That
that's
motherfucker
it.
deal with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You just put your head in the ground and let everything go on.
Right.
Everything is just really crazy, man. But just going back with the you mentioned earlier, Bizarro World. I hate the evil and love the good. If you a mo here, instead of these people stoning you, you'll be celebrated.
Your office will be up there and shit. So like,
Yeah, and everything, man. It's just ass backwards. That was it. That was it.
so like, bro.
That was it. That was it.
That was it on that. Come,
All
you got
right,
Malachi in there.
This is Isaiah 24, in verse 4. It says, "The earth mourned and faded away, the world language and faded away. The hardy people of the earth do languish."
Hey, and that show you that they the source of the languishing. The haughty people, the proud, the Edomites. Since this man came into earth, these terms such as microplastics, forever chemicals, fucking carbon monoxide poison, just all these new ways to fucking die, pretty much, and to be fucking to be defiled. Nigga came up with shrimp cocktails. That's all that contributes to the earth being defiled. Because now the ocean is dirty. It's not being properly filtered. You got it out.
He filtration system.
Right. Yeah, that show you that he's the basis of man. Because damn, you the very trash, the filter, you like damn nigga.
Licking the filter.
Yeah,
It's nutrients in there.
Yeah. And that will tell you, nigga, out of trial and error, he tell you the proper way to cook a lobster. Don't kill it first. Throw it in boiling water. You know, just sick, man. It would, the meat would be right, and you kill it first. Then put it. You just gotta throw it in some boiling. That's why them devils, man, y'all gonna get fucked up because talk about turning mercy on people. Nigga come out with some crazy shit. You got the dancing squid, but that's Moab. But still, all the motherfuckers gonna get it, man.
He showed you them prophets to be a dancing school. Esau.
Yeah.
Esau created that platform for the prophet.
Nigga commercialized it and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof because they transgressed the laws,
Right.
changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
And that's what we just read in Psalms 50. He hated instruction. So this nigga said, fuck the land Sabbath. We can spray this. And it's gonna come fast and these niggas gonna eat it and we can sell it at this much. And it only take this much to make it. This nigga, he's not. The laws, statutes, commandments is set up to really to be a perpetual thing. That's why everything is fucking short here. It's temporary because he's not going according to the law, statutes, commandments. Yeah. Come.
Root 4 and 1. He said, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High.
Right. That's it.
And the law will endure forever.
See, and the law that endure forever. They just like calling it maintenance. Put goddamn diesel in some shit that say 93. That shit ain't gonna run, man. That's what this devil doing. He putting cooking oil in the shit. You supposed to say 0W20. He using some other shit. Cause his science say this is more efficient.
He seen this at his uncle's shoe show. So moonshine in the gas tank.
Right.
So this, yeah, I'm gonna throw moonshine in the gas tank. Nah, this ain't a moonshine gas tank.
Right. Cause the earth need to be ran properly, man. You ain't got a fucking you got no, this ain't no Nissan Altima, man. You just run this bitch into the ground. This is
A luxury car.
luxury car. It was thoroughly thought through. When you think about the ecosystem and shit, everything is tangible with one another.
Well maintenance.
Yeah, the wolves need the deers need this. The trees, all this shit go hand in hand. This is and that's what he did. He had to replace this. He had to go here and do this. He had to adjust for this. Now you got power lines. Now you got.
They even mess up like people ecosystem, like even like a mole rat.
Right.
A lot of mole rats be getting messed up. Like some power outs be like a mole rat in through or dig through. Is that a mole rat? When they dig through?
Yeah, the mole rats.
So even though that might be a grotesque creature, like what the hell is that? That thing actually got a benefit for the planet Earth.
Right. It's finna
You know?
eat your neutral power line up under there. That neutral line that you need ain't finna eat through that bitch, man. And none of you niggas got power. Lord is built like that.
So he offended, man.
Okay?
Read that again.
Come, root 4 and 1. It says, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endure forever.
That's why the kingdom of heaven is gonna be perpetual, man. Because we're gonna actually be built. We're gonna build a new covenant then. You know, we're gonna be built in such a way to keep the law, statutes, commandments in its fullness, man. And that's why it's gonna be a perpetual thing. It's not gonna be temporary. Everything's gonna grow. It ain't gonna be. We got some sour grapes. This little old wrinkled grape. You got a whole batch of just sour grapes. Ain't you gonna see what happens when righteousness is empowered, man? Because now wickedness is you see the results of it. See, everything is really fucked up, man. You know?
See, for not keeping the law, it affects the people too. You got everybody at war.
Right.
But putting the laws in place, until you Isaiah 6 talks about you should see war no more.
Yeah, that's gonna lead to peace.
Yep.
Yep, because it's gonna be we're gonna actually civilize the people. See, the people really ain't civilized because you can get up, pay your bills, wash your face. That ain't civilization. You ain't being civilized. You just being in the system. You really start contributing, add to the earth. That's being civilized, you know.
You exist, man.
Yeah, you just
like
exist.
a rock.
That's why they
The concrete.
That's why they call them niggas useless eaters.
Yeah.
Because the only thing you can do is really eat, sleep, and shit, man.
Yeah, and that's when because when you see these niggas, you think about tenders. You like, you know this nigga's favorite meal is chicken nuggets. He don't eat like real food, like niggas like burgers and shit. Yeah.
You take this nigga to a steakhouse, this nigga ordered some chicken tenders, man. Like showing you like how Israel wasn't raised on players. We're royal and classy people, but Israel wasn't raised like that, man. They was raised to do the shit that Esau taught them. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers raised up looking at boys in the hood. Now you want to be like, what's my boy name? Not No Dog. Ice Cube. Doughboy. Now you want to be like Doughboy. You know. And all of a sudden, this nigga died at the end. You know.
He gave Jake Black that culture and shit.
Yeah, it is.
Even that damn, I was just thinking, even that commercial is on the fucking radio. And Jake, they coming with it. They making a fucking gumbo.
Yeah.
Jake making a gumbo and the little kid like, can I put more shrimp in it? Like, nigga, that ain't part of our shit, nigga.
They even did McDonald's. Bye, 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 bye. That's Jake shit, man.
Geared towards Jake.
All that shit, all that shit really pushed towards Israel because these are the most influential people. Even when you go back into the Egyptian Empire, you go back to the Assyrians, King Darius, all these people knew if you have these people, you really rule the earth. Because if you got these people by the reins, everybody else is going to follow them. You know? Y'all got to say.
Man, people like to say they only consult the cast Jacob down from the extra man. Like when y'all talking about with the mercy, it's all geared towards Jacob. But Jacob don't see the underlying issue that's going on. It's all these devils plotting, man. That's Psalms 83rd chapter. They want to cut you niggas off, man. Yeah, because they know you're on above them.
The McDonald's, like the McDonald's first got a hip hop beat in the back. But motherfucker, you think it's for everybody? No, it's for you niggas, man.
Hey, who named it Mickey D's? You know what Jake did that shit.
Jake gave that shit a nickname. It bet McDonald's till niggas started getting into it. Now it's Mickey D's, you know what I mean? Take this shit.
But they even remind me of Judas the 5th chapter 2. Basically, if these people don't sin, for lack of better words, you can't fuck with them. But if they do go out there, and basically it's free game. So Esau basically wants Jake to continue under that mindset of being a damn American. You know, the mindset of just being here in Babylon and being comfortable. That's why the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shemashah told us to be not conformed unto this world, man. Because once you be conformed to this world, ultimately you're just going to get a ticket to destruction, man. Yeah, because it's like no matter how much money you got or nothing. Because even niggas trying to get G-Wags and things like that, you been in the mindset of America, that's not going to deliver you from the music. You know?
Yeah. You got to change, as the government's going into, you got to change your taste buds, man. That's right. And everything that America has facilitated to you has been carnality. It feeds to your taste buds, man. That's why, as the brother was going to tell the McDonald's analogy, yeah, you niggas go to McDonald's. That's where you frequent it. But what do Jake shit on you with? They shit on you. Jake would tell you it was a 5-star restaurant. But it's something that goes beyond a 5-star restaurant. When you eating really is an experience. We ain't just eating, eating. You know what I mean? It's an art to it. You got it's a Michelin star. You got 1, 2, and 3, 4-star Michelin stars. Fuck a 5-star. I want a Michelin star because a Michelin star comes with
even then, because that's still Esau shit.
That's Esau.
In the kingdom of heaven, in the kingdom of heaven, our shit gonna be bad. It's gonna be
they using bread and
shit. And if I make two Bible for shop, they don't mean nothing because a lot of people they be setting that thing up. Again, that's why I said be not conformed to the world. Y'all, bro.
Let's get this scripture real taste buds. Let's get this scripture.
In Psalms 36 and verse 1, it says, the transgression of the wicked says within my heart that there is no fear of Yahweh Shemashah before his eyes. For he flatters himself in his own eyes, and to his iniquity be found to be hateful.
Hey, and that right there, this nigga's blind. He's blinded to pride. Beginning with Ian, that shit spills over to nigga, man, to niggas. But now you see the earth, actually, they hate Esau. Just the sight of this nigga, you hear his voice. When brother had mentioned Bill Gates, I see his face, and I can squeeze it with my mind. I hate that motherfucker, man. That's the sight of him.
That's it.
He's sick.
I feel you kind.
It says the words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He have left off to be wise and to do good.
Read it again, bro.
Again, it says the words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He have left off to be wise and to do good.
He have left off to be wise to do good. Because this nigga know about the truth, man. He ain't like he stupid guy, but he is. Because he left it. He don't really, he's not going to concede. But you see why though? Because the prophet said he's going to get his ass handed to him. You see why he ain't going to bounce. But this nigga, he's in his pride, think that somehow he's going to prevail, man, because the Lord gave it to him. That strength, we talks about who shall make war with the beast, gave this nigga his technology. You know, he can see into the heavens. Nigga got certain laser tech. that still ain't gonna, the Lord just gave you that for these people.
Got some real money.
You got it.
This book of Sirach 19 and 22. The knowledge of wickedness
That's it.
is not wisdom.
Yeah, because ultimately, you're gonna plumb yourself into a corner, man. You're gonna plumb yourself into a corner because when that nigga made the atom bombs, he fucking, somebody got a hold of them files.
It's serious. Even when that boy Oppenheimer, he said, I came to destroy the world.
Right.
So he basically created the thing that was going to destroy himself.
The very thing he thought that was gonna settle it made it worse.
And that's been Esau him on the whole time.
Right.
When he came with, with Jacob and Esau, he thought that stew was just going to be good. He going to get the thing on the back end. But he ended up in the worst position, man. You know? But it says, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of a sinner's prudence.
So that show you hopefully the results. The results is this man is gonna lose, man.
Is it?
Whatever he's plotting is not gonna hold up. Cause even with this nigga attacking Iran, these other countries and shit, yo, ally looking at you like, man, when we gonna jump this nigga? When we gonna get this nigga? You don't think they been saying niggas on the landline? They on the track phone.
Yeah.
Talking shit about America. Because the Lord put in there, and it talks about the Lord put in their hearts to let them have their time, then ultimately turn on this bitch, man. We saying why? It ain't gonna be just because the Lord can just out of nowhere happen. But the Lord is making it a good story. We saying who, what, where, and why, man. There's a build up to the destruction. This is a beautiful movie we're witnessing.
Right, that's right.
You know?
I appreciate it.
It says there is a wickedness in the same an abomination. There is a fool wanting in wisdom.
That's it. That's the fool. This nigga mostly, he's really lacking. Oh, that's why it talks about he's not being watered. That green tree is drying up. You know, because at one point the Lord allowed this man to prosper. He was able to run circles around Jacob. But now he don't got that will. Nigga can't come out with a McDonald's burger no more. He can't. That shit don't work on Jake. I mean Jake. Okay, cool. They can make their own McRib at the house now.
Yeah.
TikToks and shit.
Hey.
So, a real McRib. They got it's a beef rib, man. Jay, I said, Jay did that shit. A real McRib with a beef rib.
He had the ketchup and mustard barbecue sauce. Even did. That going back when Esau technology and wisdom, the height of this technology is with robots and the cell phone.
Right.
He can't create another human being. No, he can't really manipulate the elements like your high line shot, and that's what he really want to do, man. That's why he's so fascinated with damn spin atoms and shit. You know?
A little bit more time make when I get in the NLT.
You got it, bro.
It's Psalms 36 and verse 3. In the NLT, it says, everything they say is crooked and deceitful.
See? Everything they say is crooked and deceitful. Who else could that be but he, man? This nigga, you ask this man a yes or no question, he would say, well, back in 1982, my father, like, damn, nigga, I ain't answer all that. And still would never say yes or no. That's him. He's crooked and deceitful. You got it?
It says they refuse to act wisely or do good.
He said they refuse to act wisely. Because this nigga attacking Iran, nigga, you waking up the bear. You got it?
It says they lie awake at night, hatching sinful plots.
Hey, yeah, because he really can't go to sleep. He really can't go to sleep because once the morning comes, that's it. So he you know?
It says their actions are never good. They make no attempt to turn from evil.
See? Oh man, that's the spirit. Somebody get prayer Azariah verse 9. It said they'll make no attempt to do good, man. That it talks about how it's bred in them. Their malice, how that cognitive when change, it's not going. You can't rehabilitate an Edomite. That's why after 1,000 years, he just gotta go. Because he's built in such a way just to do the opposite. It talks about him that opposes him himself against the Most High. He was created like that. At least other nations we gonna be able to beat them into subjection.
Yeah.
But them Edomites, you gonna be like, damn, the Sabians tired. They like, damn, man, this nigga
Esau don't see me going off in the kingdom of heaven.
Right, yeah.
He ain't like people that we just gonna beat him. No, it's gonna be a reason why to beat him. Nigga had a coup, you know.
the Sabians' eyes, they pissed yellow, man. They like a cloud of yellow, they pissed yellow. Beating the shit out of these damn Edomites. Right, yeah, even the thoughts, like the thoughts. That's what's going to contribute to them. They got to just go because everything, they just built in such a way. Nigga see a squirrel, he getting kind of hot over it. You got to put that down, man. You got to get that out the earth, man. Because how could you even, that just shows you was built. You was built to be the wicked. You got to go.
Yeah, this prayer, Ezariah, in verse 9, it says, and thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies.
See, into the hands of lawless enemies. Because everything his standard is set up is not according to the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know? As we just read in Psalms 50, he hateth instruction. You got it. It's really no order here. There's no order here. There's really no true standard. Just as long as you pay your taxes and shit. You know? Stop at your lights, stop at red lights. You know, ain't no true standard, no true order here.
Respect the white man.
Pay your bills. That's fucking it. You got it.
And it says, most hateful forsakers of Yahweh Shai, and to an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world.
See, and that's who we under. We seeing this play out on his face, said the most hateful forsakers of the Most High. This nigga, from him defacing the images, to him saying, yeah, see, God really, you know, he put words in the Lord's mouth,
Yeah, come.
pretty much. With his doctrine, this new form of Christianity, modern Christianity, is a sick form of a thought process, man, of modern Christians. You don't want to go into their mind, because JC ain't got nothing to do with it. That's just a facade, you know? But that's what we're under, though. The most hateful forsakers of the Most High, the most wicked in all the world. That's why everything fucked up. You got breathing problems. You arguing with your woman. You got a headache because of the lights. That alarm clock just pissed. You woke up pissed because of the damn alarm clock. That shit fuck with your body, man. You got all that water in your body, that sound fuck with you, man.
It disturbs you because the scripture tell you waking out a man up with a loud noise, man. So that's all. We ain't supposed to be waking by a loud noise. That's all.
And that shit it ain't nothing you hearing like a rooster. Some
That's
animal and shit. You hearing engine. You know, some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Some type of fucking, damn, like a robot scream. That's what the shit sounds like. A robot coughing. That shit vexing, man. But you gotta get up. That would make even more.
Hellcat.
You got something.
I had something. You got
The book of Sirach, Ecclesiastes 27, and
Oh yeah,
yeah, verse 24. I have hated many things,
Yes.
but nothing like him.
See?
The Lord will hate him.
Yeah, the Lord will hate him. And we see why. Because of his actions, the things he do with beasts and men. Oh, the scripture even talk about that's why the scripture talk about both man and beast. It's gonna be destroyed here in America.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because ain't no telling. I know it was a stitch. Who's wrong with this guy? I know it's a stitch in that car, and I know it's a stitch in that apartment. It wasn't just a natural nigga working out stitch either. It's him and that dog. So just going back to the point that this man got to be removed, man, because that's just a regular Edomite. But come to find out, these politicians, they nasty too. What was the guy who ran with Kamala? Tim Walz. he got caught tugging, you know, that horse. Yeah. So that's these Edomites as a whole, man.
God.
That's why. See, this why America's gonna be destroyed. America's gonna be. Now, what America's gonna be destroyed? See, America's gonna be destroyed, man. At the end of the day, because of shit like that, the shit we talking about, you know. But hey, that's mercy, man. The Lord ain't gonna let this be forever, man. You know, read that again, bro.
Because Rock 27 in verse 24, I have hated many things, but nothing like him.
Yeah.
For the Lord will hate him.
And he got all the attributes of the Lord hate. You talk about the 16, the Lord hate, even the 7 to the abomination to him. Esau, he embodies all those characteristics, man. And the nigga got power on top of it to bring that shit on top of that.
Yeah. This is why Esau pretty much demonized the word hate. He didn't want to because he understands the scriptures, man. He know that if you was to understand that hate was a righteous emotion, you know, in its righteous order, right? Then you would hate it. So that's why he gave you Christianity. Love everybody, love everything. You can be as you want, man. And you Jake, you fail to come out of that mindset that Esau gave it to you, man. So guess what? You're gonna suffer this man's same punishment. You know? So, okay.
You gotta go.
I got something. This is Psalms chapter 10, verse 4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So we know who the wicked is. That's Esau, the third part of men. But the elder had went into the count before that the pride of his countenance is what? It's his sisters, right? His through the pride of his countenance. Hey, I continue to say, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in his thought. Yeah, because only through science, through pseudoscience, through statistics, through pseudoscience and statistics, Esau has primed the mind of Jake and has completely eliminated Yahweh Shem Yahushua out of every factor of every equation, man, to a point that Esau really does believe his own bullshit, man. And that the fact that the world is actually reverberating these lies, he actually has fell into it. The grandfather that told the lie to the son, the grandfather and the father is dead. It's only the grandson left. What is he to believe, man? He's to believe that he built like that he like that. But now we're sitting in the state of the grandson. Hey, nigga, you ain't great as your grandfathers told you was. We are. That's why you asking the Lord. That's why you asking the word. God bless America. Hey, brother, could you pray? Hey, would you hear me out? This is what we really meant, man. Fuck all that, man. I'll read back. It's a lot. It says the wicked through the pride of his countenance stole through his system, man. As the brothers so eloquently going into. It's his system that got Jake effed up. It's his system that got Esau pride. It's his system that actually got Jake removed away from his power, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and will not seek after Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The Most High is not as in his thought. So where if he told you that the Tuskegee experiment was really an experiment to give niggas syphilis, what made you think that he told you the truth when it came to the spirituality, the saving of your souls, nigga? You tripping.
That show you got everything they present as good. What's that Sirach 14? Somebody grab that. Yeah, what they perceive as good, that shit really ain't. It's a sinister plot behind it. Like you mentioned, the Tuskegee thing. You know the nigga gave Jake incentives. You know how they used to do the UAV programs. You get $500. You ride on a bike for 30 minutes every day. I never doing that shit. You know what I mean, motherfucker? Draw you blood and shit. They just want to. If you ride your bike, you get through riding your bike, they give you $500 and shit.
Oh, it's really wrong. It's gonna get shit to the wrong guy.
Ain't no telling what them niggas doing back then. You know what I mean? Jake ain't going for a new study, everybody get $3. That shit probably stretch for Jake, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jake get $3, he just took a new shot just to see what's gonna happen.
And they did on the banner of the vaccine.
Yeah.
And guess who persuaded a lot of them men to do that? A black woman.
Jake was burning, Jake got them. He wasn't just tied to one, you know what I mean? He was bunning, man. He was going around town bunning shit, man. So that show you, man, it's pointing to like even with that, this nigga the one that set up Al Sharpton and what's the nigga that just died? Jesse Jackson.
Jesse Jackass.
Jesse Jackass. That nigga came up with African American.
That's it.
Been died, I guess. He should have died right when he said African American. Lord got his ass. He gonna be raised up when the missiles come. Lord gonna get that nigga, man. He ain't just gonna die on his deathbed and Lord gonna raise that nigga up when the missiles come. But you had that was it on what you had, bro?
Yeah, come on.
You got it on
Yes,
side.
this Job 9 and verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
See, it said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. And when you got your hands on something, that means your fingerprints on it. So that's why you see a McDonald's in Egypt. You see the Chinese, so-called Chinese, the Moabites wearing 3-piece suits. Those are fingerprints of the wicked. Even motherfuckers flying the airplanes, you know, the air pilots. You gotta actually speak English.
That's it.
Shit, a lot of these countries, they'll have their native language, and then underneath that shit say pizza or something. Like, damn, they still gonna have some type of, when the tourist attraction, it's a hotel with the same setup, it's a sink, just like yours at the house.
If you see a female car driver, you see American influence.
Yeah, that's exactly. Right, real talk, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that nigga come and bring his democracy, and that opens a box of roses. Like, your house condemned, your house fucked up now. You gotta be bombed.
Infested. It's just.
You know what I mean? You gotta bomb your house now.
Yeah.
Because all them damn roaches. Because you brought democracy. That brought forth, like I said, the leggings and human rights, LGBT, you got crowd, whatever that shit called, man. Yeah, feminism. They just, sometimes they just throw out everything. They become atheists and shit. According to East Side's nigga, Con. Why don't you get free to finish that?
And to your point too, because just going back to Father Like when you say basically when you go on vacation, you really going to still to
Baby America.
A baby America.
You just ain't at your house. They gonna clean up when you leave. That's it, man. You got to read that again sometime. You gonna take no while, but you start thinking about shit. You know what I mean? You ain't delete this shit. You still here. You still in that. You still in fucking America. You trying to China. You still somehow you got the TV on. You put on. It's just in a different language. You just reading the subtitles. You still here, man. It just so you gotta be destroyed. You gotta read it from the top up.
Again, Job 9 and verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
See, it says if not, where and who is it? Because this man, as I mentioned earlier in the spirit, even with this modern Christianity, nigga will put words in the Lord's mouth, man. God is all love. He supported the train. These motherfuckers out here to say that shit. You know? But this nigga on all levels, his fingerprints are everywhere concerning everything that's bad and the problem in the earth. When you think about beaching, then you gotta go into the trash islands and how the ocean is being defiled. Then you trace that thing, it's the damn the nuclear waste and these different trash companies, you know, you like, damn, now who own them? The small hat. Then you go into fucking microplastics and you trace that back, it go back to the same. He said the feminism problem. Black Lives Matter. You wonder why this nigga so emotional. It go back to Eve, man. He's the source to all the problems in the earth. That's why I said, if it's not him, who else could it be? Because you can't say it's the Arabs. You want to say the biggest thing these niggas did was make them towers fall. You want to say that? That's the biggest shit them niggas ever did. You ain't done. I ain't shit compared to what you niggas have done on the earth, man. You got it. That was it on that precept. Oh, you had something? Oh no, he had precept real quick.
Yeah, this Job in verse 4, it says, be all physicians of no value.
Physicians, unfruitful works of darkness, man. This ain't nothing prosperous from an Edomite, even if it's perceived to be. Nigga would say through his colonialization came with technology, society, but it's a side effect to this.
Good.
You know, everybody's sick now. You gotta take pills and shit. The nigga, you gotta see it. You got a thing called organic. It shouldn't be that. Why you gotta say it's organic? Whoever came on this, he gonna get tossed on too. 100% juice.
If I could add, because Esau sets it up like, you know, Esau's the king of carnality. I went into this documentary where Esau says that back in the 70s and the 80s that they would give you a Laffy Taffy or anything that they would give you the flavor noise that would go along with it, they would blink. He said, yo, that would cause motherfucker not to pick up my Starburst for 2-3 weeks. He was like, nah, I got a shorten it. So I'm gonna give you a Starburst, I'm gonna give it to you, taste it as long as it's on your tongue. But the moment you swallow it down, the taste disappears. That draws you back to come back to you. You see how Esau is? It's always to keep you coming back. It's never to sustain you or to actually to top you off. So, hey, yo, I'm good. I'm satisfied.
And they say it too, because as you mentioned, the Starburst, the nigga hijacked the flavors. This nigga said, no, this what the strawberry really supposed to taste like. You can actually make strawberry candy taste. You can fucking, you can make literally fruit roll up. You goddamn mush it up. You know what I mean? And you can bake the shit. You put a little flour in it. You can make actually real fruit candy. But then nigga said, fuck all that. This how it really supposed to taste. He don't even do justice on banana candy. Sick nigga. But show you that they like, damn, listen, you get offended. I'm on back in y'all, you eat a banana candy.
I'm already here. What you saying, bro?
There ain't no fucking banana.
That's how they say, all got orange and yellow and stuff.
That was the last thing in your Starburst bag.
Orange and yellow.
Yeah, and they had the weakest flavor.
Right.
They probably had more like the yellow red and the yellow shell machine, you know. It's secret coats.
That's sick too. You got these numbers. You got yellow 5, red 8.
How many reds is it?
What is that?
Yeah. What red one is? You know?
Here, when you look at these ingredients, you look at this shit. It starts from the it's much from the least to the greatest. I mean, from the greatest to the least. So you look at these juices and shit. That shit started off with sugar, then water. Then that ain't the base.
Yeah.
They show you water ain't the base. They use all these sugar, goddamn corn syrup. They start off with that, then they add water to cut it.
And then they put on a thing, made with real fruit juice.
Yeah,
I thought it was fruit juice though.
Right.
You know, I got some fruit juice. This is the book of Sirach 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy. For like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And again, this guy here have always been a devil, man. Especially when it came to feeding you, even going back into the times of slavery, a nigga still a pie some shit. You know what I'm saying? But Esau set that shit up.
Yeah.
Esau put the
Like
pie
bait
right
cart.
there. Yeah.
Like bait cart.
Like a bait cart. Esau put the pie in front of everybody, in front of the slave door and shit, and walk away. Then come back and say, who ate my pie? Basically said Jacob too get put to death, man. You know?
Jake still got some shit on
Yeah, still got shit on his chin and shit. You know, like that radio spinning, man. For my pie, you know? But that's why the boy said never to trust this nigga, man. Because the only thing he's going to try to do is to set you up to die, man.
If I may too, as you mentioned, an iron rusted. So you understand concerning that process, it really gets worse over time.
Yeah.
So 1864 Edomite, really a 2026 Edomite is worse than that. Because now he really, you you don't know he's your enemy. Especially back then, you knew that this nigga hates you at least. You know, you can't, you know, you say some, you know, it was a certain line not to cross. Now you just all around this nigga. What they say, you know, it was a snake there till you get bit. We know this nigga that serpent, man. You know, but he's more dangerous now because we mentioned earlier, Bill Gates. You look at Bill Gates. You can take him for real, but the nigga there, he got a guard there, he got something there, then he got something, a nanobot. You know what I mean? You know, but as Iron Russ saw him, so the nigga really got worse over time, man.
You got even then, because just going back, now instead of them just sending you a pie, they going to give you a vaccine now.
Yeah,
With a burger with it.
Yep.
You know, it says, though he humbled himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. It says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his wrath hath not been altogether wiped away. So again, when people try to rehabilitate an Edomite, because that's what a lot of these niggas who try to say Gentiles can be saved, like, oh, they cool, yeah, they just, you know, you just give us the land back and no, man. You can't rehabilitate these devils like it says. When you think he's cool, because even that nigga Deacon and shit, not to get off topic, he got an Edomite teacher. It's an Edomite white woman that he got pushed forth the words of Israel saying the Lord, she saying, yeah, the Lord of black man, like she trying to push forth this righteous vibe.
That's that damn GOCC shit.
Yeah. She's trying to push forth this righteous vibe, but she an Edomite. She the one that's probably giving this nigga the bag and paying this nigga and giving this niggas tips how to lead the sheep astray, man. You know? It says, set him not by thee, lest we have overthrown thee, he stands up in thy place. That's what Israel fucked up in the first place, man. Because Israel, we are a lovable people and things like that. But at the same time, Esau took advantage of it. You know? It says continue on.
And then my Gad.
Yeah.
Nigga had Gad, Gator nigga, getting the pipe together. And that's morning, them niggas got down raided your seat.
Look at that. The scripture say, set him down in that right. Hey, you got ambidextrous individuals, but it's still it's a dominant hand. The Lord said, set him down at that right. So you don't put him in the mix of the things that strengthen you, man. You don't put him in the mix of the things that make you you. The teacher will never divulge all his secrets unto the student. The Most High say, man, hey, y'all are from beneath, I am above, man. My ways are greater than yours. So it's just certain things we can't even comprehend. Why would you give Esau a full access to your thought process, man? For him to overtake it. And now he has co-opted this thing to he's the Israelite. He's the true Jew. And now you on the outside looking in, I really am the guy. Nigga, shut up.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
If I may, just going back to school, we can tell you how the niggas can't make it. They say, the name of the Lord is dreadful among the heathen.
Yes, they won't even say Hashem.
You niggas won't even say, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know? The name.
They say the
name.
The name said.
You know, the name said, no.
Where he is.
That ain't the Hebrew character. That's a Yah right there, brother. You know? It says, least he seek to take thy seat, and thou at thy last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. And we telling you that a snake is among you, man. Like this broad Cardi B, man. She endorsing this other black bitch to be a senator, but guess what? She wicked too. And again, instead of people taking advice from the true men of the Lord, niggas taking advice from Facebook and social media, man. Niggas don't really look in the news and look what's going on until you get posted somewhere.
Right.
It's telling you how docile our people are, man. World War III is gonna happen and niggas just going about their day. And it's not gonna be, nigga, it ain't gonna really hit you people until a famine, man.
Hey, that makes like it. With the script, that's why I said they are actually a part of it. They are part of the destruction. That's why it's all as bro says, they just go about their day. They move not until.
That's why I said at the last.
That's
That's why I said at the last be pricked there with it. These the last days. Because a lot of these people who's gonna get taken out, you're gonna get prepared for the shit that you did in your past life, man.
Yeah, so
rejecting the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, everything.
yeah, so basically everything that is being said here by way of Yahweh Shah according to his prophets, these things have been said, man. You're supposed to learn from them. Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shemel Shine is saying he's giving us mad examples for us to understand, like, hey, history repeats itself. What makes you think that you're not going to be a victim of it, man? Either you got to be in front of it, or otherwise you're going to find yourself a victim of it. Why? Because you're behind the line there. Now you got to catch up to history. Now you got to relearn what you should have been learning.
Yeah, man, let's say my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Just like when Yahweh Shai appeared to niggas in Capernaum, they didn't want to listen to Yahweh Shai because they was doing too good. They was doing too well. They was in a comfortable state. And the same thing now, man. But this going back to Sirach 12 verse 13. It says, who appealed a charmer that is been with the serpent, or any such as come now wild beasts. So why would we even pity you when we told you that this guy's the devil, man? And it ain't like, you got to go all deep. Just ask your auntie, ask your grandma, and just ask your everyday life, everyday things. And it's a reason why this nigga is trying to do away with certain books, man. This nigga trying to bring slavery out the school, you know what I'm saying, and all these things, because ultimately he's trying to hide his sins. Right. You know, he's trying to hide the things that he did unto the nation of Israel, man. You know, but it says, so one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? So we're not going to pity when 2/3 of these niggas get carted off, man. Especially like a lot of these Mexicans, niggas are heavy Catholics, man. And them bitches, they love to worship Mother Mary and things like that. And you wondering why ICE coming after you because you're not worshiping your true power, man. So we're not pitying you because you deserve these things. Now, if you return back into your Yahweh Shemel Shai, then good for that, man. But if you don't, fuck you, man.
Jake don't really learn. Yeah. Because they know it's a snake. Yeah. That's the crazy part about it, as we mentioned earlier, concerning Tuskegee and all this extra shit this nigga had done. Even with ICE, even before that, the nigga was splitting their children up.
Yeah, slavery.
You know, they had them caged in under that freeway. That was to the northern tribe.
That was under the Barack Obama.
That was under goddamn Nimrod faggot ass. Yeah. So that just show you what was that old story with the woman, she nursed a snake to health and got bit. And she asked why. And he was like, bitch, you know I'm a snake. So you can't feel sorry for these niggas, man. Just like a nigga, he tried to do a kick flip on a skateboard and broke his arm. The nigga really did it to himself. You know? But you gotta go.
It says, it says, so one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with them with his sins, you will pity. For a while he will abide with thee. But if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. And that's what Esau wants you to do, is fall, man. You know, and then he play on it. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, niggas just think about now. But even you go back into the 1800s, 1700s and things like this, Esau was thinking about now, right now. You know what I'm saying? But my niggas, they was taking the job and shit like that. Niggas was just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Esau was thinking about the end times, because Esau, he's aware that Yahweh Shai is going to come and get him, man. You know?
That's why the scripture speaks about Esau being what a cunning hunter. Ever since this whole system was established, he was setting up a trap for you Israelites, man. And it was all leading to the mark of the beast. So when this man systematically crashed everything, then what are you going to lean on? If you got hope in America continuing, then by default, you're going to do what to save your life. You're going to take the Quran, man. So that's what we're trying to do through the Holy Spirit, is to, give you the message so you may say, fuck America. Yeah, this place needs to be destroyed in order for peace to be established. You ain't gonna find peace in America, man. It's impossible. Why? Because the scripture says otherwise. It says that you will not find peace here. So yeah, rise and depart, but this is not your rest. See that? If I may, Isaiah 36, verse 6. It says, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt. Whereon, if a man lean, hey, it will go into his hand and pierce it. Hey, so is Pharaoh to give to so is Pharaoh to give you. It's hard to trust me. Yeah, so you trust Esau, that means you trust America. But by default, when this system breaks that reed that you lean on for support, when it collapses, the dollar falls, right? The jobs are lost. You like looking around like, where do I get my relief from now? Well, they're gonna come with the Quran. They're gonna come with the children and say that, hey, take this, and I'm gonna give you the necessary bread and water, whatever you need for survival, man, the essentials, you know. But the Lord has given us another hope. You know, what is it? Revelation 3:10?
Grab it. Grab it.
Up, shut, yep.
Grab it.
Yeah, Revelation 3:10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, which goes in the suffering. We kept this testimony throughout our sufferings. It says, I also will keep you from the hour of temptation. Okay, so what's the hour of temptation? That's the time when society collapses. And Esau initiates the mark of the beast, man. You know, you're going through famine, you're going through hardship. You lost your job, you lost your house. Everything that kept you upright in America, the Lord took it away. All right? That's the hour of temptation. It said, we shall come upon all the world, I to try them to dwell upon the earth. See? So it's going to be a time period in which the whole world is going to be tempted to take this man's mark. It's going to take really the faith of Yahweh Shema Shah to escape that, man. To resist. And to not bow down until Yahweh, until he saw the order, man. Okay?
Hey, it's like, let's say, just going back, we got hope now. That scripture shows that's an outlet. We ain't got to look for food in the sense of you doing something carnal. That right there, that's going to spark the miracle. Meditate on that.
John, in Psalms 46:10, it says, be still, and know that I am Yahweh Shema Shah. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. And if I may just add on to the opposite point, man, just basically, with all these things going on, it says the Lord's going to keep us from the hour of temptation. And that's why Scripture said, the Lord said, they are, you in the world, but the Lord ultimately going to keep us from the evil. So ultimately, that's why it says, be still. Ultimately, you're going to have to get time to let the words of the Lord to work, man. Just a perfect example, Daniel in the 3rd chapter, the 3 holy children. You know, basically they were like, yeah, man, you know he's going to kill you. He was like, go ahead. My Lord can save me. But even if he don't, let it be known. You know, basically put down his... Yeah,
we ain't careful to answer you.
We ain't careful to answer you this question. So basically, the 3 holy churchmen, they snapped on them, man. And the reason why they snapped on them because they had faith and they had hope that the Lord can deliver them out of that situation. They were still, ain't like they were like, man, you know, and try to run, stuff like that. Yeah, Neo, Matrix, you know, you doing some stuff and, you know, all of a sudden. But guess what? The Lord made it an emphatic miracle by throwing men in the fire, and the Son of Man was in the midst thereof, man. So that's why we have to be still and we be put in certain situations. When we do be tempted with things, we gotta be still and basically let the Lord do his thing.
Matter of fact, somebody get on some rock and feed the money. You had something?
Woo! It is Lamentations chapter 3. And start at verse 21. It says, this I recall to my mind, therefore I have hope.
Ooh, see, the report ain't just there just to be there, man. Jake, you know how Jake be getting off, making merchandise off the word. No, this gives us hope, man. Now we got an outlet, that lifeline, because it's gonna get bleak. Lord, it's gonna seem like there's no answer. But what the Spirit talk about, my help coming from the hills. I look unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. Because the Scripture talk about sorrows on every side. Show you ain't no back door you can get out of. You gotta look unto the heavens. You gotta go.
It says, it is of the Lord's mercy we are not consumed, because his compassion faileth not. Let me skip down. It says,
it's like it said, we are not consumed. And it's gonna be by the flood, man. But Esau and his military, that's part of that flood, man. And the Lord, his mercy, we're not gonna be consumed by it. Because you know this how this nigga get down. He gets down by the way of the sword. His answer for everything. If he wanna keep peace, airstrikes. Hey, you got some hurt, cut you open. This is how he's gonna try to shut us up by sending forth his military, man. You got it.
yeah, it says, it is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord.
That's it. That's be still. Because you just gotta just hope and trust in Yahweh Shah, man. Because it's nothing really we can do that's you gonna physically withstand the judgments. You had a bad strategy the whole time. No, man, it's not gonna work, man. We just gotta hope the Lord keep us, you know, and guide us properly, you make the right decisions, man. You know? Oh, that was somebody get that Sirach 51. I think started like 7. You had something? Oh,
That's what you call it.
oh, kind.
Book of Sirach, chapter 51 and verse 7.
Oh, kind. It's like,
It says, they compassed me on every side, and they were, so like, and there was no man to help me.
see, it said they compared me on every side, and there was no man to help me. So that can be from military to the plagues, man. And no man to help me is really anything common. Scripture speaks on that in Jeremiah. I think it's 14. Cursed be the man that trusts in man. Make a flesh his arms. But blessed be the man that trusts in the Lord, you know? So we trust in the Lord, Yahweh Shema outside. That's right. He said he did. That sound like he said I do. Read that again, Paul?
It says, they compassed me on every side, and there was no man to help me. I looked for the succor of men, but there was none.
See, the succor of man is the aid of man. From a gun to beans and rice. Yeah, so that's the aid of men. And that would, in a sense, you know, when the back against the wall, those things come. It will come through. But the judgments of Yahweh Shema outside is not going to work. Then he talks about the riches, even your riches, because that's even a defense. But it says, but the excellency of knowledge, the wisdom give of light to those that have it, man. So we got the best resources. This is what's going to keep us alive in the spirit. You know?
Because that proves that we're being made upright, because only man can make use of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because to righteously, as the brother was speaking, and going into his analogy, it made me think to, hey, these 2/3 of these heathens, they're going to move about like brute beasts, man. Because either in that day, you're going to be moving with wisdom, and you're going to move off instinct. Animals move instinctually. I'll bring this out and expound more. This is Psalm 73:22. So foolish was I, and this is King David speaking. In ignorant, I was as a brute beast before thee. So before the Lord gave him his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, King David would have been walking around in these times, hey, trying to get the bag, chasing after him, chasing whatever allure that Babylon could give him. Chasing the spiritual treasures of Yahweh Shema that would have caused him to be upright, and for him not to be seen as a brute beast in the sight of the Lord. Because the Lord is only dealing, the Lord tells us that his flock is a mint. He didn't say beast. He said a mint. And the only thing that can be in the image of a mint is one that is made after the image of the Most High. We know the Most High ain't dealing with the carnality or the physical. He's dealing with the spiritual representation of who he is. So Jake is going to be out here like brute beast in that day, man.
I mean,
Okay.
even in it's a rock about those 5 senses. You can see here talk. What separates a brute beast from a man is what the understanding. You know what I'm saying? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's why he said brute beast too. Because a lot of they got here brute beast because they don't have the understanding of the book.
They move off those that's how they move. Just off those senses. If it tastes good, it's okay. If it smell bad, you know. That's why they hate the white sage. That's a sign of a brute beast.
He hate white sage.
You got
God, Proverbs 2 and verse 10. It says, wisdom enters into thy heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. It says, discretion shall preserve thee, and understanding shall keep thee.
It says discretion shall preserve thee. So ultimately, you're going to be carrying yourself in a certain type of way, man. Not even just wearing fringes. That's not a part of discretion. Now you're going to be a big target even when you come in work, man. You know about Kashab, you read
that's part of the teachings of Solomon too. He talks about to give the young man discretion. Let's show you that's all part of him and testimony of Shai. You know, you got it.
I'm going to add too, it comes with also righteous deception. Even King David, you know, feigned himself as a madman, but he came looking for him. You know, sometimes you got to play that role. You know what I'm saying? That's what was scared out of a certain situation and using wisdom. But reading again, Proverbs 2 and 10, when wisdom enters to thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant to thy soul, say discretion shall preserve thee, and understanding shall keep thee.
Yeah, so having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is going to keep us. Unlike these people who are brute beasts. Right? You know?
Verse 12 says, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man.
Yeah, you know who you're dealing with, man. It ain't like you just dealing with any other adversary, man. You're dealing with one of your biggest enemies. And even here, we're basically in a disadvantage, man. Esau got home court advantage here, man. So even Solomon tells us we have to be wise in the midst of these people. What the Lord told us, he's going to send us as sheep in the midst of wolves. You know, so ultimately with this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, we have to move a certain way.
You got it. It says, yep. Verse 12 again, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh forward things.
From the man that seeketh forward things, you go into the word forward, it actually goes back into perverse, man. And one of those perverse things, one of the many perverse things this guy teaches us. The LGBT, the XYZ, but one of the perverse things that he's going to push forth on you is that seed help, man. That little thing. Because he's going to try to forge you into his way of life, into his system, man. You know?
Book of Sirach, chapter 51 and verse 7. They compassed me on every side, and there was no man to help me. I looked for the succor of men, but there was none. Then thought I upon thy mercy, O Lord.
So you see, it was sorrows on every side. Then he looked to the heavens, man. Then thought I upon thy mercies, O Lord. He went back to the records. You know? You got it.
And upon thy acts of old.
Hey, that's why the brother mentioned the three holy children. Because really, even though that actually happened, that's an actual event. That's really a prophetic chapter. Because this is, we seeing that system playing out again. Because it's gonna be a mandate to actually receive that mark. Once you hear that music, when them news stations cut on, tell you that there's time.
Fox 6 on your side.
Fox 6. That shit come on with the info.
Yeah.
And tell you gotta take that thing, man.
Local post office.
You know, that's gonna happen. But as you read the latter end, we got hope. Those men stood on business, and Yahushua saved them. You know? You got it, bro.
Come. The book of Psalms, chapter 22 and verse 4. Our fathers trusted in thee. They trusted, and thou didst deliver them.
See? It checks out, man. It checks out. The Lord, we trust in Yahweh Shema Shah. You know? Because even when you go into the it happened back then, the scriptures already recorded. Going to 70 AD. Even they had the documentary a few years back concerning the flood. They told me how the flood happened, man. Sodom and Gomorrah, they see all goddamn sulfur balls and shit. Like, damn, man, it checks out. You know? Pharaoh's chariots and shit. Crushed in the soil, you know what I mean? It checks out. You got it, bro.
They cried unto thee and were delivered. They trusted in thee and were not confounded.
See, man, what's that? Sirach, the 2nd chapter, man. Whoever trusted in thee was confounded, man. And it talks about that who believe in truth, man. It's in truth, under the truth. That you just can't say how about Shema Shai, but you don't believe the mark. You believe that all either can make it. That means you don't trust in Yahweh Shema. But that ain't the Lord. My Lord said.
Back to Sirach, Ecclesiastes 51 and verse 8. Then thought I upon thy mercy, O Lord, and upon thy acts of old.
See, so we want to go back to the records as a template. Because what's that in Romans the 15th chapter, 4th verse. Things that were written aforetime, ran for our learning. Oh, matter of fact, grab that Bible.
Romans 15 and 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Right.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
See, and that word hope ain't done just to be there. That ain't even a word that's present. That's a future tense word. So the things that happened back then, we can go and read and look to locked up in a maximum security prison. And the angel broke him out of it. So that's gonna happen. You got alligator Alcatraz and shit. These different kinds. They said ice bought so many shit. They got schools and shit. So now we got a precept to combat that.
They got a precept for you.
All right, let's do it, bro.
Yeah. Lamentation 3, start at verse 20. It says, my soul has been still in remembrance, and is humble in me. This I recall to mind, therefore I have hope.
See, yeah, we just read it in the NLT. Read that in NLT, bro. Read it in NLT. Like, cause that was it. No.
Lamentation 3 and 20 NLT. It says, I would never forget this awful time as I grieve over my loss. Yet I still dare to hope when I remember this.
See? So we got hope, man. And the Lord gave us something to hope on. He put in through situations and scenarios. Daniel in the lion's den. And the Lord had Habakkuk cook some stew. He even had Daniel on his mind. Yet that fresh pie was for him, man. Come on, bro. That's a miracle. That's gonna happen. Lord gonna have, you ain't gonna be eating no refrigerated pizza in the time of church. Lord, we're gonna be satisfied, man. You eat cold pizza and shit. It might start off like that, whatever the case may be. But you're gonna eat well, man. It talks about that in the days of famine, we shall be satisfied. So meaning what? You gonna be full. It talks about how even in records, going back to the records, what was it? I think it was Elijah or Elisha, the 100 men, they went home full with food. That's all in the records, man. That means it's gonna happen again, but it's gonna pass perfection here in Babylon. Alright, we'll work this way. So like you got it,
Yeah, this song 37. Yeah, this song 37, started verse 39. It says, but the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble.
See? That's who we lean on. That's who we resort to. It talks about that in I think that's Psalm 71. To thee I may continually resort. Just like Jake went to the trunk to get the Draco, we going to a precept. You know, to be defended, man. You got it.
It says, and the Lord shall help them and deliver them.
So that third round, you know what I mean? The Lord's gonna hold up his hand, man. You got it.
Said he should deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him.
See, man, that's what the report was for us to be kept. Going back to what you read earlier in Proverbs, the 2nd chapter, how that discretion is going to preserve us from the evil man. You know? You got it.
Yeah, if I may, in that same chapter, NLT, it's Psalm 37 and verse 30. NLT, it says, the godly offer good counsel. They teach right from wrong. They have made Yahweh Shemi Shah's law their own, so they will never slip from his path. It says, the wicked wait in ambush for the godly, looking for an excuse to kill them. But the Lord will not let the wicked succeed or let the godly be condemned when they are put on trial.
We'll say, blessed be the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, who have not given us as a prey to their teeth, man. Yeah. Because of walking in this proper path. It talks about that as well in Galatians the 6th chapter. Those who walk according to this rule, peace be on them and mercy. That's going to be the results of this path, man. You know?
It says, put your hope in the Lord, travel steadily along his path. He will honor you by giving you the land. You will see the wicked destroyed.
Hey, so that going to rid of us being going to rulership. You know, going to the kingdom, going to that path in the 2nd chapter. But it said continue on his path. So that's why we going somewhere. We ain't being stagnant here in America. No, we going to the kingdom, man, with this mindset. You know? You got it, bro.
God, this is the book of Psalms 119 and 49. It says, remember the word unto thy servant, upon which thou hast caused me to hope.
And the Lord has caused us to hope. He remembered, and that has caused us to remember. And that has part of, now we going to records, and the Lord gave us the report on what's going to happen. And we can hope, Lord, I hope that's me being kept from the famine, being kept from the, even Habakkuk said, in wrath, remember mercy. You know?
And then you keep on reading, you have more hope.
Yeah.
Because you'll read the scripture, and then you're like, okay, you gave about 5, a couple of months later, so you read it again, it'll hit hard.
It gets more intense. That's shows you the word. It's a living thing. That's one of the characteristics of life. It's growth. So like I was about to mention, you read something, and that's the spirit I was just meditating on. It really get more intense. You read something, you read Obadiah 18 verses. Now you really can't bring it out without getting a strike. That's
Yeah, you got it. Yeah,
it gets hard.
OB1 team, you got to do keyword.
You gotta say 18 verses.
It says, this is my comfort in my affliction, for thy word hath quickened me. Yep. And that's again, so again, once we go into these hard times and things like that, we can go back into the scriptures. What the scriptures say, you just quoted it, what was written 4 times, written 5 later. So if you in a concentration camp, you can think about after 12 times. All right, now I got a chance to do some Peter did. You know what I'm saying? You get thrown in lions then, like, oh, now I can feel a lot of even it's in the midst of the famine, the Lord can send pros to feed you, send animals to feed you. Now you doing the same thing Elijah did, telling you that all these things are benefit for the guys that fear the Lord. Because that wasn't just the regular, it was the regular nigga. Now those men dedicated their lives to Yahweh Shemel Bashai. So when things got bad, the Lord did what? He helped them out.
They received a prophet's reward. Which ultimately mercy being kept. But when you go into Ezekiel the 33rd chapter, it really breaks down the prophet's reward. You hearken into their trumpet, you're gonna be saved. You're gonna be kept. You know? So that's what it is, man.
One more. It says, the proud have had me greatly in derision, yet have I not declined from thy law. Esau wants you to go off. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna decline from this truth. That's how you know that's your foundation. Winds blowing and things like that. And everything you get strong. It's wind start moving. You can't even make that up. Brace for the impact. Yeah.
The derision is part of that wind. It's just like when Yahweh told people to come walk on the water. It was bolstering wind that tempted. He started paying attention to the wind, and then he fell through. That's the whole thing about us. It's like we can't get caught up on that bolstering wind, that tempest, that sound, those distractions of the people's opinions of our walk, man. That's the greatest deterrent, Jake, in this walk. That against that bitch ass nigga, and I'ma just say it straight. And I'm speaking as me, Akkad, whatever his name
That's
is,
a sick
with the G-Wagon and
nigga,
shit.
his name go back to Smite.
Yeah. He in derision.
So yeah, you in derision, man.
That's why the scripture say, be not tossed to and fro with every wind and doctrine. That's a part of that derision too, man. That wind, you niggas say Gentiles can be saved 500, you know. Shit, niggas, man. You niggas ain't got no integrity, and you guys made the Father's house a house of merchandise, man. And we can't wait until the Lord put you down and bring you back to life and get you in the midst.
Them niggas are not the Marinatas, man.
That's it, man. Matter of fact,
The Lord got them niggas, man. Because it talks about one that turned from righteousness. The Lord prepared one to the sword, man. So you got big stripes. That's scary, man. Because you in arm's reach of the king. You finna go through the famine. And a nigga might eat a steak to stay alive. Lord might get a nigga a steak, you know what I mean? Just keep him alive and shit. He was still he was fed porridge in the concentration camp just to get the missiles. 16 is like last verse.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians 16, and I'm gonna start at verse 22. It says, if any man love not the Lord, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, let him be an Amathana Maranatha. And basically what that word means is a Greek word for being set aside for righteous judgment. So even a lot of these false prophets and guys, they're so prosperous on this side, the Lord is really setting you guys up to be destroyed. But when it says why? Because you love not the Lord, man. You know, you leading the people astray. This truth get presented unto you, you cast it away, and all these things is just like the Lord keeping up calls to his commandments. You know?
Yeah, because they really don't know what the truth is about. Because the scripture talk about if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in them. Because if you really know, Jake say they in the truth. Nah, nigga, you just know about the truth.
Yeah.
If you in the truth, you will hate this place. You won't have no association. Of course, we got a deal. Quoted earlier, the Lord pray us keep us in the world, take us not out of the world, but keep us from the evil. We got a deal, of course, but we ain't making our bed here. Man, you making plans in August. You finna fuck that. I want the destruction to come.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know?
want to hear that shit, man.
That shit, oh, like,
Yeah,
man, you
it
get
hurts.
that shit like nails on the chalkboard. Jake be saying some a month ahead. Yeah, what it is?
Next year.
It's February 28th. Niggas say April, March. Yeah, man.
In June?
Yeah, in June, man. That shit. It's like nails on the chalkboard. Cause nigga, you don't know. You might be drafted by that time. But that was it on that.
Yeah, that was on that.
Con, everybody got a precept. Con, you got it, bro.
Psalms 56 and verse 3. But the
Somebody
header,
Psalm 71.
but the header
You got some
says
too?
supplication for deliverance and grateful trust in the Most High. It says,
Read it again, bro. So like,
Psalms 56 and 3. It says, what time I am afraid, I will trust in thee.
see, that's what you do when your back against the wall. And even now, in a sense, you probably trust me out my shit all the way. But especially when it get intense, when times get broke, it's gonna that need for the Lord is gonna get intense, man. You know, you got it. Surah 51, yeah, read that, and we'll go get that. Yeah.
Sirach 51 and verse 8. Then thought I upon thy mercy, O Lord, and upon thy acts of old, how thou deliverest such as wait for thee, and savest them out of the hands of the enemies.
That's it.
Woo.
And that's what we doing. We looking back to the read Daniel, going to Daniel the 3rd chapter, and there's plenty of other records. That's what I'm saying. Because you say from the modern Christianity and turn the shit into a damn coloring book. You see King David, and you know what I mean. You got the shit tell you to paint his hair orange or some shit. You know, that just show you that they ain't got the true fear of Yahweh Shemel Shah on them. But really, we're supposed to look into these things and hold fast to them because it's a template, you know, of defense in that time of trouble, you know. But you got to go. That was it on that, right?
Just back in that point about Israel being in comfort. Yeah, this Amos 6 and verse 1. It says, woe to them that are in ease in Zion and trust in the mount of Samaria, which name are chief of nations, to whom the house of Israel came.
Hey, and that's what they do. They trust in E, man.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Because they got because the perception of the many chariots, the niggas standing army, his face on the money, and the nigga, his track record from according to what he teaches, his history, he always been the guy. The civilization started with the Greeks, according to him. What about King Solomon, nigga? And you want to know anybody else, at least not King Solomon. So his kingdom was so primitive, they would run the stones together to get fire. Yet some nigga Alexander, they came in and started running shit.
And then we going to the Greek culture. It wasn't nothing but a whole bunch of culture vultures.
Yeah.
But they was going over, taking over different people, and they was taking things away.
And making it nasty.
Making it nasty.
Who did they take it from? They took the Greeks from Japheth. Those are the Etruscans, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So man, he's always been a culture vulture, man. You know.
And the nigga came with the under that Greek Empire, you had those damn Edomite pharaohs and nigga wanna cling on Cleopatra, that was a fucking Edomite.
It was Edomite.
Nigga wanna hold fast to that shit. Fuck her, that was if anything, she was already associated with Ham and Ham-laden culture.
Yeah. And then she was nasty.
Yeah, the bitch came over with the vibrator and shit.
Yeah, she was a horrible ride. But you know who was out there? The black woman.
Yeah.
The black one, like, that's a great woman in the Western Ghana. She went there with a freak, another woman. Marie Antoinette. She was a freak, man. Along with people, they be some sick people. But that's why he says the victor, he the one that write history.
His story.
His story. Because once if you go into like King Henry, your brother King Henry was really a righteous Jake. His first wife, he put her to death because she committed adultery. You know what I'm saying? But in Esau, he had 8 wives. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He a king. But they try to demonize him, saying like he killed his wife. Yes, because the bitch was fucking off, man. But they have another nigga like Charles II, the nigga with the big chin.
Yeah.
They got him like he was a type of victim.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's see. If I may add, what the Lord said, one to Israel, that they supposed to rest to them and eat. That nigga, he adverse towards the Lord. So he teach you niggas to be adverse towards the Lord. So the Lord hates you niggas, man.
Yes.
That's why you at ease and the Lord gonna destroy you with this nigga, cause he say that touch a pitch, you should be defiled that with.
Hey, cause these niggas get the green light from evil. That's why they go to these bitches, because they give the okay to be a nigga. Nigga is okay, it's acceptable in this society. No matter how much a nigga want to be a nigga, they okay with this shit, man. Yeah. He's like,
You want to be a
probably
man?
watch
You
the
want to be a
video
man?
and shit. Yeah, he's going, you can't go out there. But the women,
Yeah.
mwah.
Oh, shit.
Well, who had that scripture?
Psalm 71.
Do you have the precept?
No, I just read.
Oh yeah, come on, get that Psalm 71 Bible shop. We're gonna be wrapping it up. You can start at the top.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 71, and verse 1. It says, "In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion."
See, that's what's gonna happen to these people, man. It talks about the complexity of man in the book of St. Luke, 21st chapter, because they're going to be puzzled by the things that's coming on the earth. Like a nigga gonna wake up and he gonna actually gonna have to go to the grocery store and start his fridge, and there ain't gonna be nothing there. He go to the next spot, and they niggas at the door fighting. He gotta go to he gonna come to the realization ain't no more food left. He's gonna puzzle. Now he finna look for
Rants.
nigga gonna see if his neighbor, he gonna see if his neighbor got some food. He gonna see what, and eventually it's gonna get cold. Nigga gonna be like, man, let's go kill these motherfuckers. They're gonna eat. Look, JJ or whoever, it's gonna get their time called detrimental. And these people are not expecting shit to get back because of their mindset. Like I said, the modern Christianity, just living the life of America. They just think the shit just gonna be always in the Middle East and shit. Oh, the shit gonna happen in Russia or Africa. Ain't shit gonna happen here. These niggas sadly mistaken. The shit gonna happen in perfection here. You got it.
God, it says, "Deliver me in thy righteousness and cause me to escape."
See, and calls me to, that's what we hoping on, man. The Lord calls us to escape. It's not us. This is how about Shema Shah is gonna set up the scenarios for us to escape. But as you can see, look to the Lord to deliver us, man. You got it.
It says, "Incline thine ear unto me and save me." It says, "Be thou my strong habitation, so I can run unto I may continually resort."
See, it said, "Be my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort." So then we resort to the scriptures. As I mentioned earlier, go to the coffee, get the chocolate. We're gonna go to, when the chip comes, we're gonna go to Revelation 3 and chapter verse 10. That's us popping the trunk to combat that. You know, you got it.
It says, "Thou hast given commandment to save me,
See,
for thou art my rock and my fortress."
see, it said, "Thou hast given commandment to save me." Man. That's why we said hope to be a part of that number, because somebody gotta be delivered. somebody got to play the part. Somebody got to die. Oh, matter of fact, somebody get real quick. Not Ephesians. 1 Thessalonians 5:9. It says God has given commandment to save me, man. That show you that it's not of us. We're bound by hope. But at the other point we're going to, we got the greatest hope. Because what can top is that we got look, I mean, how a big bait take little bait, we're gonna take all y'all. Because who else thought of escaping the missiles in the chariot? Man, that's gonna be fire, but that's gonna be the only way out though. That's gonna literally be everything else gonna die. That's gonna be the only way. Everything else gonna fade like, you know, niggas doctrine is to get money and after a while that shit gonna die off. That ain't gonna be the thought process no more. Now you just gonna find out what to eat and shit. You know, everything else gonna die out, man. Only thing you just hope is how could you get up and now?
God, it says, deliver me, oh Lord, it's like deliver me, oh my power, out of the hand of the wicked.
Oh, Slack. Get that Thessalonians real quick.
First Thessalonians 5:9. For the Most High have not appointed us to wrath,
See?
but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
See, man, that's scary though, man, because the Lord said He have not appointed us to wrath. But somebody is though. That's why we're bound by hope. We just hope Lord keep us, and we're the ones that's destined to see the salvation of our Lord Yahweh Shah, destined to be delivered. Can you read that previous verse you just read out?
God, this is the book of Psalm 71 and verse 3. Be thou. Yeah, come. God, this Psalm 71. Be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. It says, Thou hast given commandment to save me, for thou art the rock of my fortress.
See, so we just read in Thessalonians that Lord have not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh Shah, man. That's our hope, man. Because we see the report. You know, you get to the point, you know, at first you just said you had faith, you want to see it, but you believe, you just hit it. And certain things, hearing that, I said, yeah, that's it. But now, man, we see the report, we lost it. You know? Yeah, we get it. We understand it, man. So we just hope the Lord just keep us, man, because we know the famine coming. We know we got ISIS, this nigga is military, you know, keeping wild beasts, because you got zoos in these major cities, especially when these cars and shit, all this shit stops these cities and these lights, all the beasts that you have never even known about, that's gonna come. And this scripture's on that concerning being in league with the beast. Let's say that's gonna be a thing, man. Animal motherfucker got an animal bite. And he was little to tell about it, but the bite is crazy looking. Nigga got, you know what I mean? The shit look crazy. Yeah, it's like a bread, you know the little bread, the nigga, it's shaped like that.
Like a
the
bread.
nigga's mouth shaped like a piece of bread, man. It's gonna be scary.
Like, what did you?
Right.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
it's gonna be scary. And it was a clean bite. The nigga, he even bleeding when he first got bit. That's how clean it was.
She says, deliver me, oh my power, out of the hand of the wicked,
That's it.
out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man.
See, what other time could it be talking about, man? But now, it said that unrighteous and cruel man. Well, could it be, especially this nigga Trump as the face of that, being that guy that's ruling Babylon right now? He's that unrighteous cruel man, from the nigga being unrighteous in these Epstein files to him being cruel with this ICE shit. And, you know, dealing with the northern tribes. So, man, we here. What other time could this be talking about but now?
It says, for thou art my hope,
That's it.
That's it.
O Lord, thou art my trust from my youth.
See? And then this that youth when we first woke up, man. Cause now us coming into into this, we finna go into forever, man. You know, that's why it talks about our Lord Yahushua said, those that mistake shall not taste of death. And it also mentions those that don't taste death since their birth or something to their effect. It's certain spirits in the earth that's going to transition to immortality. That's going to be that's in this system right now. It's going to be in the next world. It's going to be televised. That's all right. We hope to be a part of that number, man. Read the next verse on this.
God. It says, read this again. It says, for the Lord, it's like, for thou art my hope. For the Lord power, thou art my trust from my youth up.
That's it.
By thee have I been holding up from the womb.
See, by thee have I been holding up from the womb. So that shows you too that the Lord, he was on. You was kept really ever since you came back. Talks about you will be with her through your crooked way paths. But it was on a certain time when you had been activated, you know. So, anybody else got anything else? Yeah, I can, man. So we just hope this will edify. We'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kadosh.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone. Like they say, shalom to the elect. This is word in all true faith and sincerity. And shalom to the believers as well. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right.
Right now.
And we